Hey, Megan, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Just want to say thank you for taking your time to come on here today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, first of all, before we dive in, I really appreciate you for being such an amazing and coachable client. I congratulate you on your success, the amount of effort and work you put in to not only build what you've done online, but also for what you're putting, as I can see in your studio as well. So I salute you for all the success you're building.
Thank you so much. And thank you for being a part of that.
100%, 100%. And to dive into that, I would love for you to just kind of introduce yourself a little bit to the audience and, let them know, who you are, what you've done, and, basically the route that you've taken.
Sure. So I am Meghann. I own Brain, Body, and Beyond LLC. I started as an online health coaching business. And a few months before I started working with Anthony, I opened up my own studio with personal training. And now I've I have a hybrid model. My company or my business was doing fairly well before I started with Anthony, but I really wanted to take things to the next level. In order to do that, I knew I needed to hire a coach. So that's where Anthony came in. And since I started working with him, my business just basically skyrocketed. So thank you.
Anytime. And again, congratulate you for the hard work you put in. At the end of the day, it's like I say, I'm just the GPS, you're the car. So you put in the hard work, you're the one maneuvering it. And, anybody who's highly coachable is going to have success. So for you, what would you say off the bat was the biggest thing that stuck out to you as far as helping you start getting to that next level of success?
Honestly, I think the next level of success for me was building my confidence in the sense of putting a price tag on my shit. Like when I started working with you, my pricing. I wasn't putting a price tag on it. And when I started working with you, learning how to have, different packages, but not a bazillion different packages, really niche down, but put a ticket on it. And for me in the beginning, that was really, really hard for me. But I was also selling myself short. Like as a fitness coach who has been in the industry for close to 13 years, that's my niche. That's what I know. So my confidence went like that when I put a price tag on my programs, and people started buying them. And that really was the game changer for me.
And what has it done for you now? Like having the success, having changed that, what has it done for you overall for your life right now?
Life's become a lot more comfortable. It's become a lot more flexible. I'm able to basically be picky, choosy with who I want to work with. And I've also been able to, like in terms of my personal training, like if you want to work one-on-one with me, you have to do my 3-month health coaching program. So I've been able to really, I don't want to say be picky, choosy with my clients, but the people who decide to work with me, I want them to be 100% in. It's not just, oh, I want to work out with you. Like, no, you have to be following my nutrition program. So, yeah, it's been great. It's also given me, I've been able to travel more. I've been able to, it's nice to be able to, if I don't want to come into my studio one day, I can, go online, go to a coffee shop, work. I'm able to be more remote. I don't take on as many in-person clients right now because the base of my business is online. So that's been really great too. Yeah.
And if you don't mind, Megan, what are those numbers that you hit in the program?
In 3 months with working with you, I generated $36,000 in 3 months, which is absolutely insane. So, yeah, thank you. I have you to thank for that. 100%.
Like I said, I'm here to guide and you put in the work. And at the end of the day, I always say, if you use the tools and you're allowed to be guided, the tools work. The same thing goes with anybody who reinvents the wheel. It's not going to work for them. So clearly you put in the work, you didn't reinvent the wheel. You allowed yourself to be coachable. And that's why you're here sharing your story and impacting so many people's lives and impacting, most importantly, your own life to create that freedom that you look for you and your family, to be able to do more of the things you want to do. So I just want to say thank you for being coachable.
Yeah, no, and I think too, like as a health coach, I think, you know, a lot of people starting out, including myself, like I have people reach out to me all the time and they're like, you know, being an online health coach, like, can you survive off of that? Yeah, 100% you can. I mean, it definitely takes time, but like for me personally, I knew that if I wanted to learn and accelerate my growth rather than trying to figure it out on my own, I knew that hiring was the coach, investing in a coach. If I can, you know, tell anybody, like, you know, my best advice is, you know, investing in a coach is pretty scary starting out, but it will literally be the best investment you ever make for yourself.
Love that. Love that 100%. I agree. And at the end of the day, coaches need coaches. You know, I myself have 2 coaches that I work with, and I've always worked with a coach. And if anybody out there is listening, keeps that mentality, you're only going to continue to grow. And this goes to my last question, Meghann. We had been talking for a while. We had been talking about getting you and moving into this online space and actually making this happen. For anybody out there who's been holding themselves back from diving in or getting a coach, like you said, having the importance of having a coach with you to help you, what would you tell anybody during that time period where we spoke to? What I want to say it was like 10 months, a year before you
It
even
was close to a year.
It was close to a year before we even worked together. So what were some of those mental hurdles that you had to get over? And for anybody listening out there that's going through that right now, what would be your biggest advice?
So I think like you said, we were talking for a year, and after our first conversation, like I thought about it like throughout the entire year. For me, making that investment, it was scary. Fear was holding me back. And never in a million years did I ever think that I would be able to generate what I just did in that amount of time. So if you are thinking about working with Anthony, you're gonna get your return very, very quickly if you listen to him and you do what he tells you to. But I think for me, getting over it, you know, I've always kind of lived on the edge a little bit, and I like danger and I like taking risks. And like I said, I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I went with my gut. I went with my intuition, and I just said, you know what? Worst case scenario, you're going to learn something, right? Like, it's just go for it. Just jump, rip the Band-Aid off, go. So yeah, if you're feeling fear, get over it. Take the leap and just go for it.
Love it. I appreciate you sharing your time, your story, your success, your hurdles, because at the end of the day, you know, there's so many people out there, both on the health side and on the business side, that need our help. And, you know, these are the kind of stories that drive that impact. So I appreciate you, Meghann. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
I appreciate you.
Now, we're only just getting started. So
Yeah, exactly. Just getting started.
this is the beginning to a whole amazing journey and future ahead.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Meghann. You have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.